Hello everyone and welcome back for another Minecraft video. I am Big Mantis and today we are in the Nether. I want to build for you my twist on the good old-fashioned Etho funnel blaze farm. I have a new twist on it and I'm going to show you how it's done. You see over here we have our blaze farm all set up ready to go. Let's go over and take a look at a setup blaze farm and then I will show you what we're going to do. Here we are back on my server where I have my blaze farm set up. You can see the original funnel design that Etho came up with a few years ago, and it has a little bit of a twist. As you can see, there's no pressure plates anywhere, and the blazes fall down, they hit these tripwire hooks, and the pistons are already extended, and when they hit the tripwire hook, the wall pulls back, causing the blaze to fall down a level, and then the wall pushes them back in, eliminating all those old hassles where the blazes get stuck into the pistons and keeping the wall extended and stopping that whole level of your farm. And as you saw right there, and we're going to see again here in a second, it is pretty fast. They zip on down, push, 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 and then they're in the hole. Boom. Alright, let's head back over into creative and I'll show you how it... We are back on the creative test server, back at the blaze farm. And the first step to this is clearing out this whole top level of this nether fortress around the blaze farm. We want to get this all out. Once we do that, we want to come out on every side of this blaze spawner with 4 blocks in every direction, and we want to fill this gap in so we have a solid level on this level and one up. What this will do, it'll stop your blazes from spawning while you're working, and we will build the funnel completely around this structure, and then the last thing we'll do is we'll come in and take it out. I'll show you the impulse method of putting signs in here and dropping lava down to stop the flowing or stop the spawning, and then we'll dig all this out, build the funnel, and start getting our blaze rods. Alright, now that we have this area safed off so we don't have any spawning while we're building, no blazes setting us on fire, what we want to do is we want to leave one space going around for our frame and then 2 blocks in every direction. We want to dig this whole thing out from this level down 27 blocks. Sorry, from where our spawner is. There she is. From that level down, our bottom of this, when we're all done with this, is going to be 27 blocks down. 3 blocks out in every direction. So let's go ahead and get that done. A little bit of a... So, now that we have everything all cleared out, what we want to do is we want to start building the framework. What you want to do is you want to start 1 block out, 1 block down from the blaze, and you know, we're building the funnel out around the spawn stopping area there. So you just want to make a box around that, all the way around. Keep on going this side, connect it up. Now what you want to do is you want to take it 3 down, then you want to step in 1. Get rid of that, then you want to go 3 down and step in. You want to keep doing this until you have a single wide block. There's a single wide gap with blocks all the way around, just a single gap. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you the kill chamber, and then we'll start throwing in the pistons. So what we have here is the basic funnel design where the blazes are going to get pushed further and further into the center so they all group up to make it nice and easy to kill them. Let's go ahead and go inside and we'll place some tripwire hooks that is going to activate the pistons. We want to do it all the way across on each floor, directly across from each other. All the way down on each level. Stopping with this one, of course, because there's no way you can do tripwires there. Now you want to go ahead and go through and fill all these hooks up with string. I know it's a lot of string, but it's worth it when you're done. And let's go ahead and do that. Alright, now that we have all of our string in, making sure all of our tripwire hooks are laid flat. See, that one's up. Put them all in, they all lay flat. Make sure they're all laid flat. You should hear them all clicking. Making that clicking noise. Now let's go ahead and go down here and we'll throw in the, whoops, we'll throw in the pistons. Hello, friend. Duke. Alright, starting on the second level down, right on the edge, we want to go our 2 block space, and then we want to set a row of blocks all the way across. Alright, and then on each one of these we want to put a sticky piston. And when those are extended, our wall is going to be in its normal position, and when the blazes drop down, they hit those tripwire hooks, it'll suck them pistons in, dropping the blaze down, push them back out, moving on. They never slow down. So on the adjacent side here, we want to go 1 block in because we don't need 2 pistons on this block. So we want to go, whoops. And then we want to go across to, same thing on this one. 1 block in, throw our pistons in. Let's put them in the right direction. There we go. Alright, we want to do the same thing as this side on the opposite side, and same thing here. So we want to go all the way to the edge on this one. And on this one, we want to go 1 block in. Making sure we're leaving the proper space there. And we want to do the same thing. If this is 1 block in, we want this one to be 1 block in. And we want this one to be all the way at the end. Same on this one. And this one. When you get to the bottom, you only have 1 on the short side here. And we're going to fill all these in just like that all the way down with our sticky pistons. And then we'll start working on the redstone. So now we have all of our pistons in place. Let's go ahead and grab the materials we need here. We are going to start placing the redstone around. But before we get started, something I forgot to mention is you want to make sure your tripwire hooks are on the side that are in 1 block. Go ahead and get rid of all of these. What we're going to do is we're going to take half slabs out from there. We're going to take our repeaters and face them into those blocks. We could run on the netherrack here, but that's always a bad idea. Alright, now right behind where the tripwire hooks are, right above the pistons, we want to put a full row of half slabs, and right behind that we want to put a full block and finish this row off with half slabs. Alright, coming out from our tripwire hooks, we want to put another row of repeaters, and then redstone dust across the front of that, and then on our full blocks we put our redstone torches, and that's what's going to power this up to keep all the pistons extended. And all of these tripwire hooks, they're going to turn off these torches. That's the whole circuit right there. Now all we have to do is get that circuit around to where it's going. Oops. And then boom, 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 boom. Oops. And on the other sides, all we have is those full blocks going right across. We're going to come around this side. We're going to do the same thing. Come across like this. Put these on going this way. And then on this side, we're going to jog in one. And then over just like that. That way we have, oops, that's why I said in one. We have room for a repeater, just so that the signal strength is long enough. Now you can see from that, we can go down in here, and boom, there it goes. So if you were a blaze, you would fall down on here, it would suck the wall in and push you to that level. Of course, you probably didn't hear anything I just said because my sound is so high. But let's run that through again. You land, push, boom, there you go. Now we can go back out. Let's make sure. I can't get out. Let's make sure that we seal these back up so we don't have any blaze leaking out in the future. Not that we're done up here. But we want to take this same exact circuit that we just built down all 4 levels. All the way down. Alright, now we have all of that circuiting in place and all of our pistons are extended. One thing we have to do is we have to get in here, and on all these short sides we have to fill in this gap so that blazes don't get out and they don't see you. So just on the 2 sides we come through, place an extra block on every corner, making sure we fill all the holes. Oops, there we go. Let's get this side. There we go. One left. Alright. Now if we go inside, we can take a look at how this works again. With all the sides working. The blaze spawns in there, drops down, hits this. Push, push, push. One last time. Now as you see there, if one of them happens to land on this side, you don't activate the tripwires. I've messed around with all kinds of circuit ideas, recessing these. It's not worth the hassle. You never get one blaze spawning at a time. Chances of one being stuck in here happens every once in a while, but chances are that another one that spawns in that group will land in the middle somewhere and push the group in, or one gets stuck here every once in a while and the next one comes down and pushes them in. I have no issues with this at all. And then bam, there you go, and then they're down. And then right in here is going to be our little automatic crusher and our kill chamber. Our next step's going to be to place in our signs, get our walls up here, put our lava drops in, and then remove all this and we'll have blazes spawning. But before we do that, I guess it would be smart if we went ahead and put in the kill chamber. If you notice, there's a lot of room down here. What I'm going to do in this video is show you a kill chamber that you have to stand up here, wait for your blazes to spawn. You stand within 16 blocks of this. They spawn, they all fall down there, they get automatically crushed. After a while you come down here, punch, 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 they're all dead. In my next video following this one, now that 1.9 is coming out and they're adding blaze powder to all the potions, I've decided to make this farm AFK-able. I've already developed it in my world, and we're just going through a testing phase to make sure everything works out well. And I'll be bringing that to you within the next week, hopefully. So let's go ahead and get started on building this up. We'll build the kill floor, and then we'll get in action. Down here at the bottom, we're going to build our auto crusher and our kill chamber, our temporary kill chamber, until you're ready to head in your AFK area. So what we want is 3 blocks down, we want to place 3 pistons. This is Snow Crash's design on his new blaze farm, where he uses the rails to transport them around. I found that farm fascinating, but kind of chaotic and dangerous, having all those rails in there. One little mistake and you're done. I've had 0 problems with, whoops, I've been in there with them aggroed, and I've had none of these strings have been blown up. It's been pretty good so far. So we want to go ahead and do that, and then we want to close this off around here. If you want, you can leave glass in the front so you can see them when they're in there getting crushed. Go ahead and throw some glass in there. Where are the glass blocks? There we go. Just some plain clear glass so we can see them. And behind here we want 1, 2, 3, and 4 this way. Now this is a slight variation because I built this so that everything fits underneath of the same frame as this. I want everything nice and neat under here so you don't have to dig out anything extra, because if this was all netherrack or even nether fortress, you wouldn't want to spend all your time out here digging. At least any more than you had to get this area, which was pretty extreme, I understand. So we want to put that there with the torch, push that in. And then off of this, we want 1, 2, oops. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So, pointing into this block, we want to place our comparators. We want 4 and 4. Oop. Make sure they're all facing the right direction. And there we go. We have a start of our timer circuit. As it fades, should be fading. There it goes. Slowly fades. It draws this one in. Now we need to do our circuit here. That'll take the power up to the next 2 pistons. Then we want a full block. We want a torch on top of that. Check out Snow Crash's tutorials, man. He's pretty great. He's came up with the Donut Gold Farm that we use extensively on my server. It's extreme for experience and gold. It can't be beat. And then he came up with this crusher design, which I think is fantastic. And that should be it. If we watch it now, as it ticks down, that one's not firing. What did I do wrong? Take all this out. Now let's build it in the right spot. There you go. Are totally facepalming, thinking this is quite the ridiculous display at this point, but we'll get through it. There we go. First time was just for practice. And then there we go. Now we see the bottom one should retract, letting the blazes that were pinched in there down, and then that retracts, lets new ones in. This one pops back in and it crushes them. And that's just enough time to take them down to 1-hit kill. So now, if you don't have an AFK farm, because my AFK farm does not kill them in this spot, it brings them out to where you can kill them from up there. We want to make ourselves just a little bit of a kill chamber. Go down this far. Give yourself a little platform to stand on. Put a block there. Bring your glass down. They will fall down here and you just punch, punch, punch. Alright. Now let's go ahead and head up top. What we want to do up here is we want to go above this 2 more blocks. Close this off. Oh, sorry, 1 more above that. Boop. Now in your world, you may want to think a little more safe than what we're going to do right now. I have it in my world the same way I'm going to build it here, with glass going all the way around the inside of this, all the way around the outside, sorry. Allows you to have a view of them. When we come back, right now the way this farm's set up, you're going to want to stand out here on some flooring. You can watch them spawn and watch them funnel down. Gives you, this is your AFK area. Then you run down and you kill them. Later, if you add in the AFK floor, you're not going to see this anymore. So at this point, it's completely up to you. We can just grab some glass. That's not glass. We fill this in. Going across here. Fall down. There we go. Fill this all in. Go ahead and do those 2 sides. And then we want to fill this in going all the way across the top. What we want to do now is when you're filling in the glass, just leave yourself a little gap somewhere where you can get out. Save that till the end, or blocks, whatever you decide to go with. Let's go ahead and fill in the roof. We'll fill in the glass. So now that we have all the glass in and we have the frame finished out, in order to make this a workable blaze farm, all you have to do is take out these blocks that are capping off, keeping the area from spawning, and when you're doing this, if you're in survival, they're gonna spawn, they're gonna light you on fire, you're gonna die. I would suggest fire potions. If you want, maybe an invisibility potion, if you have it available. If not, just try to be quick, and hopefully you have a portal nearby. Now, if you want to be able to turn this thing off, we're going to use a method that I saw Impulse use. We're going to clear all of these out. Careful not to take out your spawner. Very important not to take out the spawner. All this was for nothing. You'd have to find another spawner, start over again. Clear all this out. And then, see, spawning like crazy. Ah, I missed the side. Ah, way to make sure you're doing things on your video. Oh well. We'll come back and throw that in a minute. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Now at this point, if you decide you don't need to ever turn this thing off, you can go ahead and call it a day. Go down there, start killing your blazes, start getting your blazer rods and your experience points, and go on about your business. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to place a sign going straight out like this, all the way up to where your glass or your blocks are, where mine is not. Place them all the way across like this. And then coming out on both sides, we want to go ahead and place signs all the way across from there, all the way out, and then all the way out on this side. Let's go ahead and get that. Now that all the signs are in, we're just about done. There's one important thing that we have to make sure we don't forget. Place our blocks going up from there so that nothing will spawn and stay on top of there. Now you want to be diligent in this and make sure that your signs go all the way up to where you can't place any more signs. Because when we put the lava in to stop the spawning in here, if you're missing a sign, it's going to wreak havoc in your farm. At this point, you just make sure that all of your strings are still intact. And get out. We close this off. Watch them spawning. They zip on through there, don't even slow down, and they're gone. So now you come down to the bottom. You can watch your auto crusher in process. Boom, grabs them, crush, 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 crush. They drop out. When they do, they stand down here. And you just punch them. They're all one-hit kills. At least they should be. Yep. Hopefully everything's right with our timing back here. It should be. Yep, we got 8 comparators. That's exactly what I have on my build. It should be effective. Oh, there we go. We need 4 ticks on that repeater. That'll slow it down just enough to crush them. Let's go ahead and clear this thing out so we can see. When we get the AFK area done, what you'll do is you'll stand up here within spawning range. These guys will get pushed out. We'll kill them the way we kill them, you'll see in the video. And we will get the experience and the blazer rods and go about our business. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah. Boom. Alright, now, if you do not want to do an AFK-able blaze farm, all you have to do is drop out a couple of these hoppers here. And place a chest in there and it'll collect your blaze rods for you. All you have to do is come over here and pick them up and you're good to go. The last thing you can do for a little bit of added safety so that you don't get shot in the face, place a half slab on top of this. And then punch, punch, punch. Look at you. We are in another fortress, so they can come in on their own. I'm sure he came in off of that platform. We watched these guys come down. Now that we've adjusted the timing correct, they should get crushed just enough for a one-punch kill. Yeah, close enough. Alright. In the next video, we'll put in the switch for the lighting. We'll put in the lava drops. We'll put in the AFK killing area. The transporting system for both the blaze rods, the blazes, and the experience. And until then, enjoy your blaze farm. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.